What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Diosa Force. That's what I'm gonna go with, a brand new hero collector that just came out a few days ago. And yes, I did say hero collector, so you know exactly what I'm about to say next. A hero collector is only as fun as the heroes that you can collect. So let's start there, shall we? So right off the bat, you can kind of see the graphics are a little bit dated. So when I first started playing this game, I tried to run through the tutorial as fast as I possibly could, because typically with these games, they set the graphics on low or medium until you can get out of the tutorial and hit the settings menu. Then you can kind of turn the graphics on high or ultra. To my dismay, the graphics were always on high. So these are the graphics of the title. And yes, they are a little bit dated. As far as a hero standpoint, the game actually does a pretty good job. You have a nice collection of humans, elves, fairies, monsters, and mythical creatures, along with some really bizarre looking things like this. So from an art direction standpoint, I think the game does a really good job. From a graphical standpoint, yeah, the game is quite dated, especially, I mean, some things just look like, I mean, what is this thing? This thing looks so out of place. It looks so 2009. So, I mean, graphics aren't everything. You know, gameplay is king. But, you know, when it comes to being compared to a lot of other hero collectors that are currently on the mobile store right now that are vying for your attention and your money, this game kind of falls behind on that category. So that is that, especially on the backgrounds. Look at the backgrounds here, very, very dated. But let's jump into combat and I'll show you more of Diosa Force. Now, over here on the adventure tab, shows you all 4 methods of gameplay that are currently in the game. And we'll go through all 4 of these. In addition to that, we'll also show off some PvP and some world boss raiding. So in the game, there is 7 different chapters along with a bunch of sub-chapters within each chapter here. So as you can see, just here in the first chapter alone, you have all of these sub-chapters here. And in addition to that, you have all of these stages that you have to go through. The game kind of follows your typical hero collector trope. You go through stage by stage, 3-star the stage and move on. Each of the stages has their own kind of prerequisite. So of course, complete the stage, have a fire hero on your team, and then complete within 60 seconds. So let's jump in here. Here's the squad that we're going to run with, and let's jump into combat here and see what we can do. So this is story mode, so there is a bunch of story and a bunch of dialogue to go through. So if you're interested in the story, I skipped it, truth be told, but the game might have a pretty good story. I cannot speak on that, unfortunately. So here is the Sky Island. And yeah, the graphics on the backgrounds are very, very dated. The game does have an autoplay as well as a ×1, ×2, and ×4 function. I kept it on ×4 my entire time playing the game. The game kind of follows, once again, your typical hero collector trope. You build up a power meter in order to do your ultimate. Some characters do have some special attributes to their ultimate. So for example, I have characters on my team that can interrupt the enemy when they do their ultimate. But for the most part, it's your typical hero collector fare. Build up your ultimate meter, do ultimates, rinse and repeat. Make sure that you have a team that consists of, you know, a tank, healer, DPS, etc., etc. So as you can see here, we just defeated that stage there. We got 3 stars, and then we're going to be on to the next stage. So nothing that you haven't seen before, but there is a ton of content to be had here. And you also have a bunch of stage rewards as well. Good stage rewards. So an SR character for free once you defeat all this. And like I said, there are 7 chapters total. So a lot to go through in that respect. So that is your battle mode or your campaign mode. There's also a thing called limited challenge. So basically right here, every single day there's a different limited challenge which gives you very specific mats that you need to upgrade your character. Pretty straightforward, your typical material grinding dungeon that you see in lots of different hero collectors. And here is the boss encounter here. So nothing like screen filling when it comes to the bosses. The world boss, however, is like a screen filling boss, but for here it's just kind of like a basic boss that could be a mob in any other one of the stages, so nothing too crazy there. So in addition to limited challenge, there's a thing called trial, which is basically like an endless tower mode. You go through all of these trials as far as you possibly can, and each one of these floors has different rewards and different challenges to overtake. All right, so that's battle, limited challenge, trial. Last but not least, there's a thing called event stages, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, it opens up a slew of stages to defeat, and as you overcome these stages, there are lots of rewards to be gained. So like, for example, if you defeat this one, you get tons of copies of Lulu. blue. For another example here, Zoe, if you defeat these, you get a star up on your Zoe, you get free diamonds, a summon ticket. So there are a ton of events going on currently right now with lots and lots of rewards. Some of them are time limited, so if you are interested in playing this game, you definitely want to tackle these first, then these and things like that to make sure that you have enough time to defeat these to get your rewards before the events go away. So that is that. In addition to the adventure mode, there is a combat mode as well. So of course there is going to be arena PvP. Pretty straightforward. You can set up a defense here, and of course you can challenge other players, AI versus AI. So I'm of course going to fight someone that's super weak. So let's fight this person right over here. And we'll jump into combat. Here is the arena background, looking a little bit better, I must say. You can choose to turn off autoplay on here if you want to, but I just kept it on autoplay ×4 speed just to kind of run through it. And you guys are taking a little bit longer than I thought you would. I thought I would for sure just like rip through these guys. All right, down goes the tank, and now the fun really begins. Everybody else will just fall over. G to the G. That's a pretty cool looking character here, and we will do some summons here. I'm gonna burn out all of my cash shop currency to see what type of summons we can get in this game. And down she goes. So that is arena AI, or yourself versus the AI combat. There you go. There's our MVP. Nice job there, Achilles. So back over here to the home screen, the last and final mode that is in the game is a thing called basically World Boss, called Demon Raid. So we're gonna go into Demon Raid. So right now his chest has already been defeated, his wrist has been defeated. Only thing left is his head for 3% more. So let's jump in here before his head is gone. But you know, like I said, I like the art direction of the game. Graphically dated, but the art direction is sound. So here we are, we're gonna fight the head of the boss here. He's probably gonna kill me rather quickly. Once again, in this mode, you do not have to run autoplay if you don't choose to, but I'm just running autoplay for the sake of this video, and I'm usually pretty lazy when I'm playing games like this, so autoplay is king. I wonder if I can defeat his head. I might be able to defeat his head. It was only 3% left, but who knows how many millions of HP are in that percentage. Down goes my squad. Womp womp. So that is the world boss. Didn't even get a percentage off, but as that's defeated, of course, you get ranked based off of everyone on the server attacking the same boss, and you get rewards based off of that. So that is the gameplay inside the game. In addition to gameplay modes, of course, there's summoning, which we'll do in a second. Since the game just launched, there is 5 days of rewards to kind of help you speed along through the game, giving you tons of rewards in the process. There is a training dummy system, which is kind of interesting. So you can send your characters out to train on this dummy. They come back in 5 hours, up to 5 hours. The cool thing about this is that your characters do not get locked. So a lot of games actually do this, but the characters that you put in training get locked into other modes. Like those characters cannot be used in other modes, but here you can use the same characters that you have in training inside other arena modes and campaign modes as well. So I do appreciate that. There's a daily mission tab, of course. Nice quality of life feature where you can just claim all at once on both screens. Pretty straightforward. There is a backpack. That's your inventory. We're going to talk about hero towards the end. Achievement systems, gallery. There is an alliance system, but I haven't seen any use for the alliance other than donating and having a store to buy additional goodies and items from. So that is that. A few system we're not really going to talk about in this video. So last but not least, let's kind of cover the upgrade system for heroes. So of course this game has a star system. So as you pull duplicates, you can star up your heroes. You can level them up using skill books. As you can see, now she's level 14. As you level up and become more and more powerful based off of your grade, and this is where the fuse system and running material dungeons every single day comes in handy. So once you collect enough of these, you can move her from rank 1 to rank 2, 3, and 4, and etc., etc. Based on what your rank is, you unlock more special abilities. So of course, you want to unlock as many special abilities as you possibly can to make your character as powerful as possible. There is an equipment system here with tons of quality of life features as well. So you have an instant equip, you have an instant unequip. You can go in here and enhance your gear 10 levels at a time. Once again, I appreciate all of these quality of life features that make upgrading your characters and upgrading your gear as fast as possible. You have a skill system as well, which uses One of my least favorite skill upgrade systems where you have a set amount of skill points on a timer. So as you can see right now, I have a maximum of 20 skill points that I can hold, but once I start using them, I have to wait on a cooldown in order to continue to use them. So that is the character system, and that is the upgrade system in a nutshell. And that is Diosa Force. So that is the game. Like I said, overall, it's a by the numbers hero collector, dated graphics, but a good art design. It doesn't do anything bad. It doesn't do anything great though. So that's kind of the game in a nutshell. Let's go and do some summons, however, because there might be some cool characters that I just don't even know exist. So let's do this step up banner here. The first step is 50% off. So here is the summoning animation. I'll give you the full summon animation, then we'll just skip them here. Oh, I feel a strange power. Look at all of those. All right, we got Mimi, the witch. He's a super rare. Area freeze and continuous area control. We got Rio. All right, so Rio is an SSR with Era, a petrification, and area earth fatal. Okay, interesting there. Moving on. Tyrone, what a name for a character that looks like this. Tyrone, ladies and gentlemen, reduced damage, HP max up. And then we have some basic rares. Land Beast, doesn't even have a name, but now he's 3-star because I have a bunch of duplicates. And then we got some gear as well. Can I do another one? Step 2, I don't have enough diamonds. Womp womp. But we did get, a super rare. So let's go over here. Here comes all the pop-ups. Hey, just got some rares. Wouldn't it be nice if you can upgrade them really quickly? Yes, it would. And there he is, Rio. And there, some characters have like splash art, and some of them don't. I don't know why. Can't tell you why, because this is a super rare. She doesn't have it. You're a super rare. You don't have it. You're a rare. You do have it. You're a rare. You have it. I have no idea. There's no consistency when it comes to that. Maybe, let's see. Nope, I was trying to see if maybe depending on what rank they are, but nope, that's not it. But that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, my name is FG3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next video. Later.